Good morning, BHRA. Today is Friday, October 4th, and here are your daily announcements. Here is Kale and Quinn for information about football.
The varsity football team battled against Salt Fork on our big homecoming game last Friday with a score of 55-18. The first quarter ended with a score of 12-0. When we played the second quarter, we pulled through, and Chaz DuBois scored a 68-yard touchdown, and Evan Parrish with a 22-yard run to give us the lead of 28-12. They dominated the third quarter, scoring 28 points, and Marcus Schreiner led a dominating defense that shut the Storm off until the last play of the game. The Blue Devils are now 5-0 and will play tonight at 7 o'clock against Watsika. Make sure to be there.
JV football dominated Salt Fork on Monday with a 36-0 victory. Isaac Cahill ran for 200 yards and had 2 touchdowns. Mason Cunningham also scored twice. Peyton Wallace caught 2 passes from quarterback Lane and Packard. Connor Benjamin, Peyton Wallace, and Kyler Perez each scored 2-point conversions. The JV team is now 4-1. Their next game is Monday, October 7th at Watsika.
Here's Mason with volleyball.
Volleyball had 3 games this week against Fountain Central, Armstrong, and Watsika. They won on Tuesday in 2 sets against Fountain Central, with Reese McFarland leading in kills. Their next game is on Monday, and it's pink night, so be there.
Next is soccer with Caleb.
Soccer took a dub against St. Teresa, 2-1. Congrats to them.
Here's Graham with cross-country information.
Congratulations to the cross-country team last week. Their top runners were Natalie Thompson, Addie Hensold, and Aaliyah Potter. Good luck at your meet this Saturday.
Here's Evan with golf.
Last week, the golf team competed very well and got second in the conference meet, losing by only 1 stroke. Nathan Fox, Cruz DuBois, and Mason Bryans were a part of the all-area conference team, with Nathan shooting a 92, Mason an 86, and Cruz an 81. On Wednesday, they competed in the area regional, where Cruz DuBois and Mason Bryans advanced to sectionals, with Cruz and Mason both shooting 90s. Good luck to them on sectionals, and congratulations to the rest of their team on their season.
Here's Connor with last week's homecoming information.
Last week's homecoming decorations had a great turnout, with the seniors getting first on the floats and the juniors first in the hallways. Also, congrats to Anderson Thomas and Ava Acton for being this year's homecoming king and queen.
Here's Anderson and Caden with an interview with the new science teacher.
Now I'm here with Ms. Reistack. Why did you come to Bismarck?
I was ready to move back to the high school age group.
What year did you graduate Rossville from?
1998.
And how are you liking Bismarck so far?
I love it. The kids are great and the staff's wonderful.
All right, thank you.
Here's Landon with recent information on Hurricane Helene.
Hurricane Helen touched down last Tuesday in Florida, hitting Category 4 and reaching up to 140-mile-an-hour winds. As it moved up north, hitting Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia, causing flooding and massive destruction, it caused 128 casualties.
Here's Ethan with information on the vice presidential debate.
The vice presidential debate was last Tuesday. Here's a short clip of how it went.
Do you disagree that Congress controls the purse strings and would need to support many of the changes that you would actually want to implement? You have 1 minute.
Look, Margaret, first of all, the gross majority of what we need to do at the southern border is just empowering law enforcement to do their job. I've been to the southern border more than our borders are. Kamala Harris has been, and it's actually heartbreaking because the Border Patrol agents, they just want to be empowered to do their job. Of course, additional resources would help, but most of this is about the president and the vice president empowering our law enforcement to say, if you try to come across the border illegally, you've got to stay in Mexico, you've got to go back through proper channels. And I actually think, I agree with you. I think you want to solve this problem, but I don't think that Kamala Harris does.
Senator, your time is up. Governor, you have 1 minute to respond.
Yeah, well, it is law enforcement that asked for the bill. They helped craft it. They're the ones that supported it. That's because they know we need to do this.
Thank you, Governor. And just to clarify for our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status. Right. Temporary protected status.
Well, Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank you,
Margaret. The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand.